Kinda, sorta. You can hear me now, huh?
Is it all? Ooh! Hey, everybody. Where are we tonight? This is SoundPeak AfterDark, S6 in Polk. I hope everybody's ready for a great episode, because do you see what the fuck's going on back here? Do you see this shit? Some amazing art. By who? Who? This guy's not just standing back here, okay? He's gonna do a lot more than just stand right here, okay? This is DJ ZEDDIE. Yeah. He's gonna put on an amazing show for us tonight. So he's got the era and the do, and he had like a acapella guy on there. He's got it all on there, and he has his art. Okay, this is art. Yeah, I know a lot about this guy, and I want to yap about him, but you're gonna have to wait to see what he's got for us, and then we'll yap about him. Okay, guys. So this is DJ ZEDDIE on SoundPeak AfterDark, episode 7, season 7. Let's get into it, everybody.
Hello. Okay, is it working for you? Hello. Is that pretty good? Is that work pretty good or no? Hello?
Hello. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, that's really loud. Cool. So if you're familiar with Serato DJ Pro, it has some built-in effects. So I have some flanger and some delay and things like that. So when you see me using this keyboard, I'm doing things, but I will also be adding some scratching and things like that to the music. And I set a timer. I don't know how long you guys want me to go, 15 minutes or so? Okay, cool, sounds good. So about to get this baby started. 15 minutes, 4 minutes. There we go.
connected to the growth of sacred mushrooms may have been an acknowledgement to the source of their spiritual revelations. But this infuriated Moses, perhaps because he recognized the divine essence beyond the physical cow. Shrooms emerging with the morning dew, heaven shrooms emerging with the morning dew.
track too. Go ahead and roll with this motherfucker, dude. It's pretty badass. You got me cracking up over here. I needed that. Peace, ninja. DJ Zeddy. DJ Zeddy. DJ's DJ ZEDDIE, man. I'd go ahead and put that on the track, too. Go ahead and roll with this motherfucker, dude. It was pretty badass. You got me cracking up over here. I needed that. Peace, ninja. DJ ZEDDIE.
DJ ZEDDIE, everybody. What a round of applause, everybody out there. Woo! Woo! Yeah, let me grab my drink. It was like a race against time. I had to pee, but I got to do it. Check out this art, dude. Yes. I think he's getting you a mic right now. I want to sit where... I like this video you had planned. I don't want to get in the way.
Thank you for mentioning the artwork. I appreciate that. I know if you see me live, you've seen it in the background. If I've been DJing for you, you see it in the background with me waving my hands around. You know, I like to go to shows, and I don't like to see DJs just chilling in the back on their cell phone. I just don't want to be that guy. So I try to be hype all the time, you know, so people know that I'm a part of the deal too, you know. And 785 Certified, when they perform, you know, sometimes I know some of their lyrics, so I can hop on and chant with them as well, you know. Raw Key, of course, you know, I've DJ'd for him so many times. I can do that kind of thing for him too.
Definitely a staple for a lot of people around here.
Thank you.
There was one part how you're saying how you like interact with it, the little thing that you're like touching.
Yeah.
You turned it, and I was like seeing you do it. I was like, that's fire.
Yeah,
I
it's an XY pad, so you know it's all touch screen, and it's got a bunch of built-in effects. It's a chord K oscillator, so it comes in with some presets, but you can also loop on it. You know, you can do a little recording, so you can add it to the mix.
Wow. Is that what Troy was on?
What's that?
Is that what Troy was on?
Well, no. I actually, he sent me a Facebook message after I sent a photo that I manipulated, you know. He had ponytails, like, you know, pigtails or something. Yeah.
I didn't catch it at first, and I was like jamming, and then I was like,
yeah, that's Troy.
Oh, I started cracking up. I was like, that's Troy on there.
Yeah, that's shout out to Troy Comanche for sure. That's the homie.
No, that's fire.
He makes me laugh. I had to get that laugh when he sent me that laugh on the Facebook message. I gotta use that sample because that was like a deep laugh from him, you know.
Yeah.
And I love it when I can get those out of him.
Gotta catch it when you can get it.
Yeah, for sure.
What's some of your like biggest inspiration when you're making a track?
When I'm making a track, I mean, you can start a track different ways. So sometimes I'll just start with the ambiance, you know, and then kind of build from there, and then maybe the beat comes last. Other times I might be feeling it, and I just want to start with a beat, you know, and then work my way around that. Right now, most of the stuff that I recorded is using I'm having a brain fart at the moment. I'm just using the chord. What is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's a little keyboard. You know, you could pretty much plug it in and use any DAW. And I'm just using MPC beats to make all my music right now. Before that, I was using a program on my phone, Music Maker Jam, where I got some of the older stuff from. It was during COVID, and I was working at the Mars plant as a cook there for Airmark, and there was a lot of downtime.
We must have like just missed each other.
I think so, yeah. Unless you came through my line, you know. But if you remember, they were serving boxes of crap. Do you remember that during COVID?
Yeah.
And all you could get was, you know, boxes of food that was already cooked, and hopefully it would be warm.
Yeah, I worked graveyard, so like.
Okay, so you didn't get nothing.
I didn't get shit. I guess I mean they had like
the
you know
snacks
crackers.
and stuff,
Yeah, there's snacks, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever like while working? Do you like take the? Sometimes when I'm taking breaks, I'll like work on my art. So in my head, I'm getting paid to do it, you know?
Yes, absolutely. So that's what I was getting to. So during COVID, there was so much downtime. I had to be there at 2 o'clock. I had one old lady that I worked with that, I don't know, drove probably 30 minutes to be there every day. And she wouldn't let me help her stock anything, wouldn't let me help stock any of the snacks or anything. She wanted to do it herself.
Like, I know
and I don't have to turn on the grill or cook anything until like 5 o'clock. So 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm just sitting in a chair. I don't work there, and I'm on disability, so I don't care. I was sitting in a chair with my headphones on, making beats.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how I started, just making some CDs and stuff. So, yeah.
What kind of have you did you just kind of, when did you start making music? Because I know a lot of artists are like, oh, I've all, their whole life you've messed with music, but when were you kind of like?
All right. I was just the annoying little brother and older brother. Because I have 4 sisters, 2 older. And so I was just the annoying little brother to them that was just beatboxing, making noises all the time. I mean, in the 80s, we had all these noisemakers, if you remember the Police Academy movie, the dude that made all the noises sound like Jimmy. He was in Cheech and Chong movies as well. I can't think of his name at the moment, but he did an awesome Jimi Hendrix. And anyway, so he was a noisemaker. I was a noisemaker. So that's kind of how I started. And then, my mom was a drummer growing up, and I had 2 older cousins that are probably only 2 boy cousins at that time in my life, my cousin George and my cousin Sean. And they were both wanting to be like my mom. They wanted to be drummers too. So they took lessons, and they were in the school band and all that stuff too, looking up to my mom. Because my mom was an artist. My mom made cakes and stuff for a living, decorating cakes for bachelor parties and stuff like that, So I was really inspired by my mom wholeheartedly from the beginning. And I started taking drum lessons about 4th grade. It used to be called Midwestern Music. Now it's Top City Music. I think they still do lessons there. I did that for a few years, and then I was in the school band playing the snare drum, and 7th and 8th grade. And then I really got into industrial music, and I was always into hip hop and R&B and everything, but I was always more into the production and the music than anything else, Best Buy, when I was younger, I would spend hours in there just flipping through every CD as I'm walking along and looking at the back, seeing what record label it's on, seeing who the featured artists are, looking at the artwork. I wanted to be known. I wanted to know all that. So then you open the CD, and then you see all the credits, maybe the lyrics, who's featured on it, what samples were used. That's the stuff that I wanted to know.
That makes me remember when CDs you'd get one and then they would have the unfoldable art of their album cover there. I feel like we've escaped that time, but you kind of have a way of bringing your art in here and doing that in your own way. Do you feel like you put where do you think more of your effort goes into music or art? And I know they're just intertwined. I get it, but what do you think is more?
It's really just a vibe. It's how you feel at the time, If you're into astrology, I'm a Leo. So if you know about Leos, they're creative in so many ways. So, some days I might just feel like turning on the computer and making some beats. Other times oh man, I just sold a whole bunch of artwork and I am hurting for gas money, so let me pump some stuff out. Yeah. And I do original work, as you can see, but I also have done some pop art because it seems like that's what people like, when I've taken them to shows. One of the downfalls is that I didn't make prints of anything, so I do have photographs of everything, but I don't have prints made of anything. So, I've sold a Slimer and a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I've sold a Beavis and Butthead. I've sold Billy and Mandy and the Grim Reaper. I sold a whole bunch of stuff, but then I just created all these new ones here. And, if there's a fan of Adventure Time or anything like that,
Adventure Time. I was looking at that one.
Yeah, someone asked me to do that, and I never heard from him again. So it's definitely for sale. He was a rapper. I don't know which one it was though. He was at Artismo and asked me if I could do an Adventure Time, and I had never heard back from him. I even showed him pictures of it, and he didn't never respond. So it's whatever. Maybe he didn't like it.
It was too good. He was intimidated.
And they're not always so cool to look at with the black light off, but when you turn that sucker on, man, they illuminate. They're real cool.
Do you work with the black light on?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
That shit fucks with your eyes. I've tried it. And
yeah,
you're
it's not as easy as you think. Yeah, for sure.
When I do live paintings at raves and stuff, sometimes I'm like, dude, this is tripping me out. And I'll be completely sober.
Colors, yeah. The blue and the red.
You walk away and you're still seeing it. You're like, okay, I made an imprint
you
on me.
yourself.
Yeah, definitely. What he said back there?
I said, shit make you want to turn your eyes off, bro.
Yeah.
What up,
Hey
Leon?
guys, what's up, dudes?
What up?
Leon been creeping in the back.
You can scratch a little something if you want to.
Dude, check it out. Watch
Just do
this
it.
then. Watch this. Actually.
Yeah, don't put that there. Thank you. Let's see.
Do I got to press play? Okay.
Ooh.
Watch this.
Flanger on there. There you go.
Bro, so I'm just here. All right, and like, dude, guess what?
What's up?
So you know how we had like the 3 shows thing? The
Yeah.
Tryouts? Bro, with the Mike Vert show, you fucking passed tryouts, dog. You're in, dog.
Tryouts for 785 certified?
Yeah, bro, you're in,
Oh,
man.
shoot. I thought I was already in, but yeah, right
Yeah,
on. I
yeah,
appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah, man.
Through the
Thanks.
certified
I mean, you
way,
was
you
I
guess
know?
I'm
He's
certified,
in, but
stamped
not
certified.
He
certified.
was unofficially in, but like.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I
Gotta
wish
bring
I
the
would have made it out
certified
to
You
your
in, bro.
Wish I would have made
DJ's
it to your show at Pittsburgh, Kansas. You guys tore the roof off
It
that
was
mug.
so
Bro.
fun. It was so
I had
much
car problems
fun.
all at the wrong time, man.
Oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that. Because I have car problems 24/7, bro.
Word. 3 hours. I don't even know how you got there. Did you like ride in the trunk with D Rebel?
No, dude. Actually,
Yeah,
it
we
was the
threw his
back
ass in the
seat.
truck.
every time I tried to get the front seats, every Zoom was like, bro, I called shotgun, bro.
You
Just,
can't
just
back
play
out on
the
call.
car sick card, you know. Say, man, I get car sick when I sit in the back. I gotta sit in the front, bro.
Man.
No, I have to drive. No, because I feel that. I have the Dramamine in the car.
yeah.
I can't
Don't
do
look
it.
at your phone while you're a passenger.
I have to like
Gosh.
close my eyes sometimes.
I
Yeah, for
wanted-
sure.
I wanted to ask about Music Maker Jam because I know that app, bro.
Word.
Yeah, bro. I learned about it on fucking Lake Texaco
Okay.
while
Word.
we were on a pontoon boat for like 29 hours.
Did you buy any of those beat packs or just mess with the stuff that was free?
Dude, I was messing with it was like 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
Back when it first came out, like I liked it because like you could take the samples and then use the instruments from the samples to create your own shit.
Yep.
And that was really cool,
Yep,
bro.
I still using some of those songs that you dig. And the other thing is that you could add vocals and stuff to it as well, you know.
Yeah, bro. It's like a.
So it's pretty cool.
It's like a
I
mobile,
invested in it a little bit and bought some beat packs.
Yeah, it's like a mobile DAW, bro. Except like. It's like an editing app, bro. For real.
For real, definitely.
It's really cool, bro.
Definitely.
Music Maker Jam, for real. That's tough.
So using like those different like platforms, I guess you would say, to like work on your music, because I feel like apps are always adapting and changing. And do you find it ever like not defeating, like in between defeating and like pissing you off, right in between there, where you're like, fuck, like I just got how I like it and shit changes?
For sure. Yeah, definitely it's happened. Or you lose it before you get to save it, or you can't just match it up perfectly. It's just a little bit off, and then you just kind of try to work with it, you know, like
Yeah.
the beat's just a little off every 4 measures or something, you know. I mean, you could tweak it and figure it out, but yeah, it's annoying for sure. But that, you know, now everything's just at your fingertips, you know. I'm kind of a dive into the program kind of guy. I can imagine what I could do musically if I actually sat and like read everything that it does, you know, and how to work it. I basically learned how to pull up the sounds and tweak them, you know, make them my own sounds and put it in a 4/4 time or put it in, you know, different measures. That's kind of how I was doing it. And I usually, like I said earlier, kind of build the beat, you know, build it as you go. So as you get into the song, it just kind of takes you on a journey. It's definitely awesome to listen to my music while driving. And I'm not just saying that because it's my music, but after I create music, that's the first thing I want to do is go for a ride and listen to my beats, you know, to see how it sounds in the car.
You know, I have one speaker that works in my car, and I turned on the broken speaker the other day, and I'm like, fuck, I'm missing out on so it was doing that, but there's like a whole another layer in the music that I'm missing out on. I'm like,
my dad
shit,
taught me about
dude.
that when I was young. Taught me on a record player. It had like stereo and mono, and I didn't know what it was. And my dad explained to me what that was. He's like, mono means that it's just flat sound and it's all coming out of both speakers. You know, there's no difference. So we tested it on the Beatles, and that's a good one to test. Is you like Rubber Soul, anything on that album. You got some sounds on one side on the left and other sounds on the right. And if you don't have a speaker that's working, you don't even hear the vocals from Paul McCartney on some of the songs, you know, because it's on the other channel.
Right.
So was my education from my father, you know, teaching me about stereo and mono.
Dude,
And he gave me his record collection, so I got hella Jimi Hendrix and stuff in my collection, and some Leonard Skinner and some
You
REO
ever use the
Speedwagon and stuff.
records?
Nope, never done that. I remember when I was a kid, I remember some neighbors came over one time and asked my mom if they could borrow her Michael Jackson Thriller records so they could scratch with it, and my mom flipped and said, no, absolutely not. You guys don't know what you're doing. You're not going to mess up my Michael Jackson record. And so, I mean, I've had plenty of records in my life, but yeah, this is the closest, you know, and this is, you know, upgrade compared to back then. But yeah, I used to get like the pro DJ magazines when I was a teenager and circle all the stuff that I wanted, you know, to save money for and everything. And it's crazy that it didn't happen until I was a grown adult, you know, that I finally put some money together and just do what you want. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do you ever find it like, do you find different venues, different locations with different like sound equipment? Does it mess with your music sometimes? Like, I know like everywhere like you can adjust it and stuff, but have you ever like had one of those like, oh fuck moments where you're like in the middle of something, you had to like change it almost like in the middle? Like, I don't know even what I'm asking.
I know
right
what you're
now,
saying. No, I'll say, well, we'll just say embarrassing moments anyway. Is one night I was at the Booby Trap and I was DJing for a whole bunch of guys, you know, and I think Cannon Tongue was there, I think, that night, and Big Homie Madness was there, and that was when Oni was still here in town. You remember Oni?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the band had played and everything, and I was DJing for Big Homie Madness, and at this time I'm still fairly new to it, you know, so I don't realize that it's very important to download the tracks that they send to you, because if you don't, you're relying on the Wi-Fi in the building, and it might cut out, and that's what happened to Big Homie Madness. And I was embarrassed. He was like, "What the fuck happened to my music, bro?" And lo and behold, it gave him the opportunity to work with a live band. Now he wants to start a metal band because who was it? Mark Crane hopped on stage and started playing the drums, and Oni jumped up and started playing the bass, and then he was able to rock over some live musicians. Now he's ready to start a metal band.
I remember that, but I don't remember like the music cutting out, but I feel like I remember all them guys up there.
It was a little embarrassing for me, probably just me.
I probably wouldn't, you know, everybody's like, oh, you know, it's just how this shit goes sometimes, but.
The old Artismo and shit.
Oh yeah, that's where I started, the old Artismo. Thanks for bringing that up. You brought that up at the Brunch of Mimosas too. You asked me how long I've been doing this. And, you know, I've been DJing in my bedroom since COVID, but actually coming out and doing anything or DJing for people or anything like that, it didn't start until Artismo opened at the first location. Me and Jenny Ketter have been friends since 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
And she's seen me go live, you know, on Facebook and stuff, and she was opening this art gallery. And she was really hounding me, like, during holidays and stuff, calling me up, saying, I need you in the building. I need you to get your stuff together. I need your artwork. I need your music. I need you to DJ. I got you already booked for this speed dating event, you know, on Valentine's Day.
Speed dating, I remember.
You remember? You didn't go. How do you remember? You weren't there.
I remember it though, bro.
Okay.
I remember it, bro.
So I remember. You know why I remember? Because the only couples that showed up was Zach, Kane, and Ethereal, and Nick Nossette and Brittany. And we met, she saw my artwork, and she became my Facebook friend. Never talked to her, never hung out with her, still barely know her. And when I lost my cat, Leo, he was missing for 4 days, and I posted on Facebook, and I had flyers all over Auburn, you know, where I'm from, and really trying to find him. And she reached out and said, you know, something of the, like, that's really sweet of you. You seem like a kind and caring person. And so then we got together and had a lunch date together and started seeing each other. And now, if you guys don't know, you probably do by now, we're having a baby together. Yes, yes we are. We're having a baby girl.
Hell yeah. Shout out babies, dog.
Yeah, so shout out Artismo, shout out to my cat Leo, shout out to Brittany for being the one to reach out to me, you know.
I can't wait to see the baby.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to be here. Yeah.
I want to be like, do you guys have names picked out? What I feel like
we have a little sticky note full of names, like a Post-it note, and I have went through and crossed out the ones that I, you know, kind of didn't like so much, and kept the ones that I really like. But we still have to talk about that. I'm sure she has. I'm sure she has a name already.
Is my name on the list?
You know, Madison is on the list, and another one. What's it? Marcy.
Marcy. Ooh,
yeah, but I don't know.
I like
See,
Marcy.
but it's Maurice. Sorry, Maurice.
Maurice.
Yeah, she's a female wrestler. I just like the name Maurice.
That's so.
But we don't have to. I mean, it's okay.
Just don't. You know,
Yeah,
some
I
people
don't-
don't name the baby
Yeah,
till like
yeah,
a month
for sure.
in, you know, get
Yeah.
the vibe.
You know, and with my and I have 3 boys already, and they all have the same initials as me. That's all I asked for, was them to at least have the same initials. Now, with this girl, it's a whole new chapter, a whole new world. My oldest son is 22. You all know him, Joel. And then I have twins as well that are 18, and they have my initials as well. So when it comes to female, I don't really feel like that matters, and so I'm totally cool with whatever she names her. Brittany's daughter, Raina, for some reason decided her name was Sylvie. So who knows? I like it, so it could be
It's an
Sylvie.
old name. I like that
Yeah,
though.
it very could. Well,
Bring
could
it
be.
back again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Shout
like
out
the
Joel, dog.
What's up?
Shout out Joel, dog.
Yes, shout out to
Yeah,
Joel.
bro.
You know, I
yeah.
met him at the skate park before I
Oh,
ever
yeah.
knew that he was
Oh,
your
yeah.
son. I was there doing like just a spray painting at the park, and he was sitting out there, and we were like, he was talking to somebody, and then came over, started talking to me. We were talking and just about just like music and stuff, and it's like, yeah, my dad, was out there. He said your name. I was like, I know Zeddy. What the heck?
Yeah, Joel. I'll tell you, Joel might not show it, but he's very, very well versed in music. I lived either in Auburn or either way on the west side, and because I had joint custody with his mom, and she had, a primary caregiver, he went to school in Oakland. So on my time, I had to drive him to Oakland every morning. So he was in the car with me every morning listening to music while I'm giving him music history and jamming out with him.
So I seen him too, Oakland
Yeah.
Skate Park.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. He's still around there. He's over in Oakland again right now.
So I know I asked you earlier, like, your embarrassing moments. What's like a moment where you're like, damn, this is like a big accomplishment. And you're like, I'm fucking so happy right now.
I think the first SoundPeak After Dark, when I did that and I did the one song, it was so hard to choose a song. And, my heart was kind of fluttering because I didn't really know what to choose because none of my songs are really under 5 minutes, And so I
yeah.
had to try to find that one that was shorter. And the one that I performed was actually a song that I made on Music Maker Jam. And
Really?
it killed. It really
Dude.
did a good job. I really liked that when it came out. When I re-listened to it later, I was like, damn, that was tight. The only thing I didn't like was when I added the trumpets. I was like, damn, I should have not done that.
Bro, right.
No,
Because I was
sounds
using the
nice
chord
now.
chaos oscillator, and I was like,
see, bro, see the thing about Music Maker Jam, bro, what drew me away from it, bro, is when you mess around with different chords, bro. There's always harmonic feedback, bro, and it's just bro, this is not what it sounded like before I exported it, dog.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Bro, see, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm still working on levels and mixing as well. I was gonna give you that one beat, and the claps were way too loud. I did go back and I got them turned down for you, but yeah, there's little technical things like that that other people are gonna hear that I might not. Because when you're recording, if anybody records music, they know this. You're listening to one segment on a loop as you're adding things to it, and it's just, I don't know, probably hypnotizing yourself as well.
Right,
You're just adding little things and nuances or whatever.
right. You so stuck on one instrument.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then you take a week break from it, and that one instrument sounds 100% different than what you
Yeah.
thought it was, bro. And you're just
Yes.
hold on, wait. I was thinking about some drums for this. This isn't right, man. Fuck.
No doubt.
You know?
No doubt about that.
Yeah, man.
I've definitely been there for sure.
So did you do any festivals this last summer?
This last summer, Troy Comanche pulled me in with a few other people to try to put together a 420 festival at the Truck Hinge. Unfortunately, it rained out. And it might have been a little better if we had the tarps, that go over the stage to keep the
yeah.
instruments dry. So it was a 3-day festival of camping, and people did pay to do that. And they were promised music, and they got 1 day of music. They got Odyssey here from Topeka. They performed because they brought all their own equipment. And then the very next day, Out of Commission came through, and they performed for free as well before it rained. And as soon as they packed up and left, it started pouring down again. But it was a good time either way. So it wasn't the greatest turnout, but we'll try again. I know Troy's got some things up his sleeve. I know his birthday bash didn't happen due to the weather and stuff, so he still wants to plan something here for that. And then I know he's talking about April 25th, that's the date. Okay, that was what that date was that he sent to me. Okay. He
You're
didn't
like,
clarify what that was about. You know what he actually said was, hey, man, I'm at home chilling if you want to stop by later on. I was like, wait a minute. Heck, I thought you were coming to film me and take pictures. And no, he's chilling at home with the fam. That's cool.
Well, I hope to see you on some festivals this summer.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I don't really play the DJ Zeddy music too often, you know.
You should get on the raves, dude.
You think so?
Yes,
I mean, you think that fit in there like that?
Hell yeah,
Okay, all right.
you would.
You know, when you're your own, you know, making your own music, you critique it just like you do your art, you know. So sometimes when I'm bumping, I'm like, hell yeah, that's dope. But does anybody else feeling it, you know?
I feel that all the time.
And then I might go back and listen to it in a different mood or something like, oh man, that really sucked, you know. But it's really just about, you know, how you're feeling at the time.
I would so come do a live painting if you're out there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Because I
always
love
down for
the
that.
outdoor festivals and
Yeah.
stuff. I feel like it brings the
Yeah, I'm
different
really happy
kinda
to be a part,
challenge,
a little
you
more
know?
a part of the community. You know, one of the reasons why I wasn't able to go to the Pittsburgh, Kansas show is because I had car issues, and you know, just like I've always done in my life, well, at least since the social media, is I share my woes on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's always the most wonderful feeling when people show up for you, and people that show up that you didn't expect to show up, or that you haven't heard from in a long time, or maybe you even forgot you were friends with on Facebook because you don't always see everybody's feed, or maybe they haven't posted in a long time. So in the midst of all this, I get a message from Carice Mapes, the owner of 785 Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, Eddie, I have another car that's not being used. If you'd like to use it, you can use it forever as long as you want, but you can't keep it forever unless you want to buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to push it on you. I'm just trying to help you
Yeah.
out. And like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
get you addicted
so
to it
yeah,
first,
so that
you
was
know?
really helpful. I was able to get my car into the shop and all that stuff with the help of that vehicle, you know. But there was no way I was gonna take it on the road 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
you know?
Imagine.
Especially for someone that's let me borrow it, you know.
You're like, yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, no
drive.
doubt.
Don't worry
Man,
about it.
imagine you're like going to Pittsburgh, Kansas, and you get stuck halfway, and then you're forced to like take the scenic route, except you don't have a car.
Yeah, yeah,
So you're just walking.
yeah. That's terrible. I don't like that.
Yeah, bro. you're
I
just
took
on
the scenic route all the way home. It was beautiful. And I still
Yeah.
beat them somehow. They took
Dude,
the highway.
like we kept catching up to you, gang. Like in the distance, I'd be like, "Hey, look, there's she go right there."
No way, dude.
And
Because
then-
I
and then-
seriously.
And then she'd just be like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Damn."
maybe that could have
Slow
happened.
down.
Hey,
Dope.
10 over is legal, I think. That's what my dad
Okay,
always said.
yeah.
So 15 is pushing it. But
That's pushing it.
if you
Yeah.
don't see anybody, then.
Put it on
just-
cruise, and if I see something, turn that cruise off and just let it.
Yeah, so then there's
Yeah.
no brake
Let it-
lights,
yep.
you know, so
Let
it's
it
not
coast.
suspicious.
It'll
You hit
slow
those
down.
brake lights, you're going to be like, how
Yeah.
fast is you
Yeah,
going,
no doubt,
actually?
yeah.
Run it back. We got
Yeah, I got a
cameras
method
there.
to my madness for sure.
Yep.
Insert redacted content.
Now there is no
Means
method
it's
to
fine.
my. There isn't much method to my music, though. I will say that. It's just really a feeling. I will say that yes, I know how to read percussion music because I grew up, you know, in band and learning it on the snare drum and everything. But when it comes to like composing or looking at, you know, notes and stuff, I don't know any of that stuff. So it's really just all feeling, you know. And so anytime you hear me, you're gonna hear something different, you know. It's not gonna be, you might hear the same song, but there's gonna be different scratches, different samples, and probably different stuff on the chord K oscillator. And I do have an SP404 that am trying to learn how to use, watching YouTube videos and stuff. So eventually I'll be on that too, be able to do some stuff on that too.
I can respect that kind of madness, though, because you've seen my comedy, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
do the same jokes, but they're never the same.
Yeah.
You know, because it just, I don't know, and sometimes you got to read the audience, too, on stuff. You're like,
Yeah, for sure. You know, 2016, I believe, I did some stand-up. I did maybe 3 or 4 shows when we still had a club here on Kansas Avenue. I don't think it's there. I think it was the Break Room. And
I never knew that,
the first
what?
time I went in there, it was on a whim. It was just like, does anybody else want to come up and do comedy? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try. And my whole set was about Joel. Because
Yeah.
he does so much dumb shit that it was easy for me to get laughs out of people from the dumb shit he's doing. You know, one of the things that I remember that I did tell on the stage was how I started smelling Vicks Vapor Rub all over the house. And I just waited, and then he comes running in the room. He's like, Dad, my light bulb just exploded in my room. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? How did it explode? And I already knew what he did. He took the Vicks Vapor Rub and he poured it on top of the hot light bulb, and then the light bulb burned out, like it shattered.
oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's just kind of some of the dumb shit he does. I have so many things, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant. I know on my cards I put, on my business cards I put comedian. I am a funny guy. I really am. But having material, I'm just afraid I'm going to break my son's heart. Because all my material is going to be about his dumb ass.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a hump most comedians have. Because when I was like first starting, I was just venting about my trauma with my family and just put a, funny twirl on it. And now it's like out of my system, So you have to just kind of
gotta just do it.
get through
I
it,
took
break
the
his heart.
opposite route.
Or trying to change names, I would just get confused.
I took the opposite route, and instead I was like, let me not talk about any family shit. Let me just do set up punchline.
Welcome to the stage,
Who
D
is this
Revel.
guy? Who the hell? D Revel on the stage.
From work to work, I get no damn breaks.
More 785 certified on the stage.
I get no respect.
I get no respect.
No respect.
You got mad respect in Pittsburgh, though, didn't you?
Dog, yeah, that was fun.
Those pictures are dope. What was that? Cryptic what? What's that took the photos?
Oh,
Crips
shit.
Creations.
Wow.
Crips
They took some
Creation.
badass photos
That was
for
amazing,
real.
dude.
That's
And
great.
Dude just happened to
He just
see about
captured,
the event on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, what's going on today? And then he seen the event and just pulled up with his camera.
Oh,
And he
wow.
had like the description for everybody. I was like,
What?
that is cool.
He did his homework. It was like a Crystal Whales in the
He
building, huh?
watched the whole show. That is one thing. Every time I'd like go look in the audience, he was sitting there watching. I was
that's
like, that
dope.
is fucking
He was
cool.
getting some pretty candid
if he wasn't-
photos of you guys not even knowing he was taking
yeah,
photos,
Yeah.
That was nice. Really nice.
One of
That's
them
dope.
of Kaluva, they should use for the venue there because it's just him standing
Is that where
outside
he's
with
from?
a TJ Leland shirt. No, he's from
Okay.
Overland Park.
Okay, but he has a TJ Leland shirt. That's why I was asking. Okay.
Somehow he finessed one.
Okay, all
I
right.
seen him there. They look like cigarette packs on there. I was like, that's pretty fire.
Yeah.
That's a cool venue, though, all the college kids. It's definitely like
Yeah.
a different vibe from here. Like,
For
you
sure.
know, there's all
That's
the-
crazy. 3 buses, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
It
gotta
was
do
cool to
again.
see that we
We're
still
gonna get
caught their
ourselves a
attention.
bus or a van or something that's all tuned up and all
It has
ready
to be
go.
a small bus, though.
Well, yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I can't ride in a. I have to be in a
well,
short
we'll
bus.
get the
Short
short
bus,
bus.
yeah.
We'll get one of those.
If
short
I'm in a
bus.
bigger bus, I need a helmet and crayons, and that doesn't look good optically. So we'll
That-
just stick to
yeah.
my short bus.
Just get a cool helmet, like a biker's helmet.
Nah, I'm gonna get one of those kids ones that have like the spikes on it,
Oh, hell yeah.
so that way they know I'm autistic.
Gotta get
as
the
well.
big
Gotta be a
crowns, you
dinosaur.
know? Is there, speaking of crowns and colors, is there anywhere that people can look at this online and purchase it online?
Yeah, on my Facebook page, DJ ZEDDIE'S Starbuck. Oh, DJ ZEDDIE'S Starbuck. Yeah, I posted all these on there, and I take them to all the shows. If I don't have them out for you to see, they're definitely in my trunk, or they're hanging up at Artismo Art Gallery and Bistro, up for sale. Like I take them down for shows, but they always let me put them back up. I'm kind of just a staple artist in the building, because me and Jenny go way back. So.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I continue to try to produce art so people get different things on the walls, not the same stuff all the
I
time.
wish we had your piece here. I think Chad
Which
has
one?
it.
Which one?
The one that used to hang in the old studio, and it was
yes,
of the, all
I
the
gave
OG
that one
panelists.
to. I gave that one to. It was at the studio, and I think Chad asked me if I wanted to keep it, and I told him no, you can keep it. It was for SoundPeak Studio,
Yeah,
so I know he still has
He
it.
has it at his house, and he has
Oh,
one of
good.
my paintings. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure they're
nice,
next to
nice,
each other
nice.
there too. So
Right on.
yeah. Oh, look at
I
this.
could dig it.
The whole crew up here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Guy doesn't know how to turn the mic.
Timmy.
on. Oh, it's on. I see the green light.
I don't hear you though.
Preston just has to
Hey,
switch.
okay.
There we
it
go.
on.
Good thing you
There
didn't
he
yell. I was
is.
gonna
All
tell you
right,
to
all
yell.
Dude, yeah, bro. We were on the stream earlier, if just in case you weren't watching it, but yeah, I told him that.
You think I watch this show?
Dude, I watched the fuck out of this
I
show.
do,
Me
dog.
too. I'd show it
Dude,
to
this show
everybody.
is like.
We need to bring back the watch parties the
40%
day
of my
after.
life, dog. Like real talk. Like the main reason I do like most research is because of this, bro. Like, I'm
Because
getting
Y
so
comes before Z, or
because like SoundPeak AfterDark, it's like the, what I'm saying, it's like the prerequisite. As
Prerequisite.
long as I got this going good, man, like everything else. like,
everything's
you
working out. Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You
It's
know
a
what I'm saying?
staple.
But dang, I forgot what I was gonna say, man.
See, I said this
Don't
is one
forget
brain
to
cell up
forget
here.
about what you forgot about.
Dude.
2 brain cells, maybe.
Don't
I'm a
say
whole
that.
one.
Don't forget about what you forgot about.
Bro,
I
I hate
said
when
that
you say
today
that shit
at
to
work,
me.
dude. I literally told somebody that.
He'll say that shit to me at
Okay,
the worst
whatever.
time. I'll be leaving the studio looking to collect my shit up, and I'm like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "No, don't say that."
And then like when I say it, it's like automatically makes bro forget his charger.
It's always the fucking charger,
And then she
dog.
be mad, like, oh my gosh, why the fuck didn't you text me? Girl, my phone was dead because Leon fucked me up when I left the studio. And it's just like, man,
I'll
everybody's
just
just
blow
like
you
so
up next
mad.
time.
Everybody's so mad, and I'm just like, yeah, my bad. But
He be forgetting he exists. It's not his
bro,
fault.
I remember what I was saying. Says the AI generated guy.
Wait, don't forget though.
Okay,
It
so
took a couple prompts. That's why I was late.
forget,
They couldn't
Leon?
figure out the right prompt to put me up here.
okay.
You forget what you forgot about.
Okay, so yeah, we were up here earlier, man, and I told him that he passed tryouts, bro, because of the
Word.
warfare,
Hell
the
yeah.
warfare show on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
like,
was
yeah.
a dope show for sure. It was
Yeah,
a lot of
man.
fun.
It's pretty cool. They gave me the thing.
Yep, I was
Yeah.
excited.
Bro, I feel like there was a missed opportunity there. You should have had the podium with that thing, like you was up here preaching.
Oh yeah, no
See,
doubt, no doubt.
I'm not gonna
He
say.
had it on
I'm not gonna
stage.
say anything about that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What's your
Well, I got
favorite
the hand
color?
out. So my favorite color is green. It's
Yeah.
green.
Green?
Green,
And you have the
absolutely.
green mic.
Yeah. Oh, dope.
It's on the
Yeah,
bottom
green is
there.
definitely my
What?
favorite
too.
color of all shades.
What-
Mostly
There is a lot of green here.
What type of green?
hunter green, and that's one of my favorites.
Shout out to Hunter Biden.
Yep. No shout out to Hunter Biden. No. Hunter green and yeah, the neon green. I really like that color.
Leon Green.
Leon green. Yeah, there you go.
You gotta
Name
do a
song
cartoon
that
of
at
Leon
least.
now.
Yeah, no doubt.
When bro starts to get a little too much tequila in him, he turns into Neon Leon.
Bro.
Neon
Leon,
Leon.
Leon.
It
So,
only
what,
sounds like it because I'm drunk.
do you have like a go-to paint product? You just kind of use whatever.
Yeah, trying to remember where I was definitely trying to remember where I bought the first set of the blacklight paints because I
got
bought
some
some from Walmart and they were terrible. It just looks
Yeah.
like glue. It's goopy.
It's all.
not-
I got some from Groove Shack, mind you. They were
Okay.
like, "Hey, buy all of our shit. We're
yeah, before-
leaving."
yeah, 'cause they
and I was
closed
like,
down
"Man,
on
I
us,
got a
yeah.
bunch for like 75% off,"
Yeah.
and like half of it was just like a blob. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. You have to charge it. Do you ever charge these with the black light? Do they glow?
Oh yeah,
at
for
all?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I used the blacklight paint on there too, so when it's in the blacklight, you'll see more on the images, you know.
Bro.
Do we have?
And then when you turn the blacklight off, it'll still glow. You
So
know?
what I'm hearing is a blacklight show in DJ ZEDDIE merch.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
You
Leon
have to
Leon
charge a
on
black.
stage.
You have to charge a painting, dog.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do
No,
you
that's
mean?
how
We'll
I
charge
feel
the
when you guys
glowing,
are
the
talking about with
activation.
like the computer stuff. I was like, what are you guys talking about, dude?
I'm still stuck on the charging and painting part,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
How the fuck
It's like
does that
put
work?
the light over it and it like glows.
Right, you put it in the light, like anything that's glow in the dark. You stick it up to a light, and then when you turn off the light, it's charged. It's really bright, you know.
So like,
So I've seen this happen.
Like say you had like a frisbee or something that was glow in the dark, and you held it up to the light, and then turned off the light, it would glow a lot brighter.
Have you ever
Oh,
left
yeah.
this
Yeah,
place
that's something you
and
didn't
your
know?
paintings
It's-
were bright as shit?
huh?
You said what?
I was like, have you ever left like the venue and your paintings were just glowing bright? Because it's literally
Yeah,
stuck-
yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
You could, but wait. So what you saying is like you said you could charge glow in the dark shit.
Yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
I'll
if-
have to give you
Hold on.
something. I have a bunch of random shit that's like glow in the
See?
dark. Look at it. Look at it.
No fucking way,
All right, guys, this is where I fall.
Yeah.
bro.
just hit a boom, boom.
No way,
That's
bro.
fire.
Bro,
You
We're
can't even
learning
see
new
it on that. I
stuff
don't
on
think you can see
SoundPeak
it.
After
Dude.
Dark.
I didn't know that,
There we
bro.
go. All right.
I didn't know that.
Well, you got a black light? Can you charge some stuff? You got a
We-
black light at home?
I think you can just use the
It's
flashlight.
even the regular light.
I don't
yeah.
want to talk about it, bro.
He's got a
Okay.
light bulb that he painted
Here, you
black.
can have this one.
Dude, hell
That's
yeah,
my
man.
Killer clown balloon.
Hell yeah,
And it
man.
glows in the dark. You can see the
Okay.
different glow in the dark dots on there and stuff. So yeah,
Hell
when you
yeah.
turn off the lights, it'll still glow, and you'll be like, "What the hell is that?"
We're
I'm
teaching
gonna
Leon
tape
shit.
this to my chest at shows, dog.
I'll have to
Charging
bring
the
you
glow.
some neon paint.
He
You
said
just,
merch
like,
clothing, nah, merch shirt.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
shit.
That's what we got to talk
Preston's
about.
pulling out the mechanics right now.
Bro, what is that?
That's
Black
a
light,
big ass
black
black
light.
light,
That's a
bro.
big ass black light, dog.
Hopefully there's no
Let's
cum
get
on the
this
floor.
in the shot. You gotta see baby kids. That's a
Black
new one.
light the long way.
I made that one before the Mike Vert show. I
The
finished
long
it up.
way's
While you guys were
crazy.
while you guys were getting down in Pittsburgh, Kansas, I was finishing that Baby Kids right there for the Mike Vert show, but it's still there.
How much would it cost to do a 785 certified one with all of us?
Oh well, if I'm a part of it, nothing.
What?
I'll do it.
I like
Oh,
this.
now they
Bro,
can see
look,
it on the
bro,
screen.
look.
Yeah, bro.
I'm hidden in the dark. This is nice.
Put your killer clown up in there.
Yeah,
What I just gave you.
Get it
That's
charged up,
so
dog.
cool, bro.
Charge her up.
Charge her up.
Plug her in.
There you go.
Leon, look.
Where you at?
Oh,
Oh. All right. Yeah, it was still glowing. Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
All right. So as you see, I'm wearing DJ ZEDDIE merch. Shout out to
Hey.
Bonfire T-shirts. Shout out to D Revel for telling me about the website. I didn't even know about it. I made some artwork online and I shared it with him, and he said, "Hey man, I'm gonna make a hoodie for somebody, and I'm using your artwork. Is that cool?" And I said, "Hell yeah. What's the link?" So I'm broke. I'm on disability. We use some of this money to make this artwork, you know, these shirts and hoodies. And I'm working on, I got stickers, I got business cards, you know. I'm trying to get that merch game up because that stuff matters. And what is it, Sticker Gorilla, a real cheap place to get those stickers. I think it was $33 for 100 stickers, 2
That's
inch.
not bad.
Yo,
We have a
$33?
sticker idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people, I mean, everybody just loves stickers. And then I got the pins, you know, because now I get to see people who really rep DJ ZEDDIE when they put their pin on their shirt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Speaking of like stickers and pins, bro.
Yeah.
Can I like go through this and like ask you like what's up with the stickers?
Sure, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Absolutely.
bet.
I'd love
This
to.
one right here with the eyes, bro.
That's Raw Key.
Raw Key, man.
That's Raw Key. He gave
I
me
see
that
the
one.
Hit the
logo.
spot to be.
Yes, sir.
The Kane James sticker. I have
Kane
the,
James,
I have
yep.
the same one on my laptop over there, bro.
Yep.
There is no
The,
laptop.
oh, the PTF, the Pity
Yeah,
the Fools.
PTF, yep. Pity the
Oh,
Fools, yep.
that's
Scarecrow. I did DJ for him at
Bro,
Sound Peak.
Which one's Skycrow?
Right here. Right, or was it?
That's Crenshaw.
No, yeah, okay.
I know Crenshaw because I've
Alright,
seen
I
him
don't
on
have-
SoundPeak
okay, I don't have a
AfterDark
Skycrow
season
sticker, sorry.
5.
Seuss Mace, his mom and dad actually gave me that sticker at Artismo. I was wearing
wanted to
I was
do
wearing a
that while I was
Seuss
back
Mace
there.
shirt, and she was waving at me and real excited to see me, and came up and gave me a hug and gave me 2 Seuss Mace pins and a Seuss Mace sticker, and
Smooth.
yep,
DJ ZEDDIE sticker.
DJ ZEDDIE sticker. That was the first round.
The Geeks from the Block.
Geeks from the Block. Yep.
Be quiet.
Yeah, Be Quiet. That was the first one I added. Be Quiet. I
Oh.
DJ'd for him a lot at the original Artismo when he was coming through.
Aussie Fire White right here.
Yep, Fire White. Yep, she's a real cool, dope chick.
What's crazy?
Yeah,
Land crazy.
Candyland. That's what's her name? Hold on. Loretta Lit.
Oh, Loretta
She was-
Lit is
yeah,
lit. I
Loretta
seen her at the.
Lit.
I seen her at the old
Yep,
Artismo.
yep. I
Yep.
seen her at the new Artismo
Hard.
with Dread and Strange. That was a dope ass show. She really captured my eye with all the lights and the light up fan and everything she was doing. You know.
Bro,
Whoa,
speaking
what
of
did we
speaking of those
miss?
guys, bro, dude, shout out Big Ray West, dog. Like that guy, man. He's actually an inspiration for me, man.
Okay, dope. Right on. And this was the original Outliers, if you remember when they first started.
I remember
That was
shit.
the original one with the QR code, and now they're on the
Shout
bigger,
out to
better
most
things.
of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
For
See, I
sure.
remember,
Ridiculous Beats right here, Wasteland.
Yeah.
That's the homie right there. I'm really happy that we know that guy. He makes
Bro.
some dope beats, and he murders it on the mic, doesn't he?
Ooh,
Yeah. I come
from
from
outer
outer
space.
space.
Ooh,
I'm
hey.
gone without a trace.
all the guys,
yeah, that's
bro.
the shit right
Ridiculous
there.
Beat slap, bro.
Yeah, he's
I remember
dope.
hearing PTF in the studio recording that
Oh,
stuff,
man.
bro. Yeah,
What a
man,
treat
bro.
that was. I named
Shout out, Pity Gemini.
Yeah, they looking
Yeah.
for some new members,
I
right?
see Sabretooth.
That's right. Sabretooth's on there too, yeah.
What's this guy?
That's Kurt Cobain. I bought that at the old
Start our own
Artismo.
podcast
Is there
right
work?
It just felt right. I have a cat that was named Kurt Cobain. He died last year, so
Suicide or what?
no, I ended up having to bury him. He didn't die of suicide.
Did he
was,
call shotgun first? At least?
Kurt
No,
Cobain,
I come
POV.
home and he was laying on the floor, so I knew it was over. Foam coming out of his mouth type
Did
of
you get
thing.
an
Bro,
autopsy?
I remember I lost the cat.
I held him and I rushed him to the Auburn vet. They couldn't help me. They said take him to the Stone House in Topeka. So I just held him with no seatbelt on, talking to him and kissing on him while I'm driving him to the vet, and he died. So, and I took him back to my parents' house, and my dad said, "I'm sorry, I'm not very sympathetic, son. We've been through so many animals, but you're welcome to bury him in the backyard if you want to." So that's what I did. Yeah.
Bro,
Good burial.
I remember I lost a cat named Oscar. Like I put like a, you know, like those cat box litter liners. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
litter box liners,
Absolutely.
bro. Like, bro, I put one in the litter box thing, bro, and it used the bathroom, right? but it started like chewing on the fucking lighter, right? And choked on it and died, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I felt so bad, dog. Like,
Oh man, that's
cry?
why.
R.I.P. Oscar, R.I.P.
It's
Kurt
some-
Cobain.
Something about plastic. Cats like to lick and chew on plastic. It's for real. My cat Leo does the same thing. I gotta swat him away from the Walmart bags all the time.
Bro, right, fam. It's
Yeah.
like, you
I'm
know
like, why
better.
are you licking the plastic? It must be the chemicals on it, or maybe it's the texture. I don't know.
Right,
It's the
or
fluoride
like,
in the water.
Yeah, that could be it too.
How they be
Just trying to
like-
get the fluoride off his tongue. Yeah, I got you. All right.
how cats be like running up, like you say no to them or something, and they walk up like, bro.
You tell them, hey man, it's cold outside, it's raining, you can't go outside today, and they're still at the door meowing and trying to get out. Yeah.
There was
for
a
real.
cat at our Airbnb in Pittsburgh. Right when I got there, like ran up on me, and I was like, "What do you want?" And then I went to pet it, and it was like, "Mm-mm." I was like, "So shady, dude." Then he was there when we left, and I gave him some blueberry muffin, and it might have fucked him up. I don't know if
I'm
cats
sure
can
he'll
have.
be fine.
Yeah, he's begging.
Yeah.
He's greedy. He wouldn't even beg, and he was just like, "Hey,
All right, I'll eat it.
I got any eggs?"
Nah, he wasn't begging at all. You just folded so quickly.
No, I waited a day. I waited a whole day. Okay, we were there for the night and then the morning, and I was like, all right.
My cat won't eat half the stuff, but he's got to inspect it. That's for
I've
sure.
never seen a cat eat what I throw on the ground. I was like, that's crazy. Normally they're like, no.
Right, I'm too
Hand
good
it
for
to
it.
me. Yeah, and put it in a bowl.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck it up.
Panhandler cat.
He's like, it's better without the bull.
Right, right.
That's how my dogs are. Eat that shit in the dirt in a mud hole. Are there any audience questions at this point?
I mean, I know she doesn't know anything about
Hey,
it.
she don't, yeah, Brittany don't know nothing about DJ Zeddy.
Chat.
I wonder if she has any questions, because I'm pretty much an open book. Anything you ask, I'm pretty
Oh,
open.
Beast Mode
Bro,
got
guess
a
what?
question.
Beast Mode got a
Okay,
question.
word up.
All right, so I'm going to ask you the question, and if the answer is no,
Then
you don't
gotta
have
get
to
out
give
right
us.
now.
You don't have to give us what the actual is. But is Starbuck really your last name?
It is indeed my last name.
That's a dope ass last
Thank you.
name.
It's definitely my
I
last
always
name.
have wondered about that because
Yeah.
like I'm like, dude, that's like a fucking rock star last name.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's,
mean?
know why didn't I go by that, you know? But the thing is that in high school, for some reason, like in the late 90s, things with the letter Z was cool, or Zyber or whatever, you know? So everything we added a Z to, and I just became Zeddy in high school. And then I was, my sister Heather, you know, she's so close to me, we're only 5 years difference, that she named her first child Zedekiah just so we can call him Zeddy. Yeah.
Nice.
So it just kind of stuck in the family. Like, my mom and dad don't call me Zeddy or nothing. They call me son, you know.
Real.
Edward.
Yeah.
You got old-fashioned parents?
No, not at all. My dad's only 18 years older than me, so we're kind of just homies, you know, for the longest time. But now he's my father, you know. He's
Yeah.
not my homie. He's my father.
Put on the dad pants.
Yeah, he's got the dad pants on now, but yeah.
Did he put the dad pants on when you got the dad pants? Did you
When
guys
I
put-
got it?
yeah.
No, not at all.
After?
He still was just my homie then. Yeah. It wasn't until later on, you know, that he decided to put them pants on and change some things, you know.
I think Chad's gonna read off the chat questions.
Oh,
Hell
cool,
we
yeah.
do.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
we're
asked
going
him
over to
to.
Chad THC.
Dope.
I wish I had a father.
I do too.
I'll be your daddy.
You know, I was Uncle Eddie to everybody at school before I was even an uncle. That's just what people call me. So it
For
must have
free?
been my personality, you know. Yeah, for free, yeah.
Well, first and foremost, Crystal said, if only I could type what I'm hearing into words while you were spinning.
Oh, how nice. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that.
All right, now, Crystal's got a couple questions. I'm not sure if this is answerable, but how are your transitions so smooth? Your set starts like one song, and after a while, you realize this doesn't sound like the same song anymore. How?
Okay, that's a good question. Now, like I said earlier, I don't read music, so I'm really just kind of feeling it. And with my music being as abstract as it is in different ways, it's kind of easy to transition into something else. Maybe when I made it repeat, the loop. Maybe repeat the loop and then add a sample and then transition into another song, you know. I was trying to do it as smooth as possible. I don't know how smooth it turned out, but thank you for the shout out, Crystal. Thank you for asking those questions. You know, she messages me almost daily to ask me questions. She wants to know who DJ Zeddy is for sure. and I appreciate that. You know, I don't know if she's writing like a fanzine for the Midwest, but if she's not, she probably should, because I feel like she's collecting a lot of bios about everybody in town, and I love it.
Yeah.
She makes us all feel special and important, you know?
Right. She also wants to know, do you name your art projects?
I was trying to name the art projects when I first put them in Artismo because I thought that was part of the deal. Because I remember me and Madison, we had out note cards and we were writing down what we wanted to name them, and I was just making things up. And I guess because you need a name to give them so that when they look at that name, they maybe can relate to it. Or, yeah, I can see that, you know what I mean? But not really. I mean, the first round, yeah, I had some names for it, like that one I just gave to Leon. That's it says, I still have the place card. It says Killer Clown, $25.
And this one, the Killer Balloon.
Oh, there you go, Killer Balloon.
Killer Balloon.
Yeah, I used to draw a lot of Insane Clown Posse characters, and that was my killer balloons that I'd put in the artwork.
I find if I don't write it on the back, it gets a different name every time I show. Because I'm like, fuck, I lost a note card. Different price, different name. Might feel generous that day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know what I'd call them now. Like I said, I'm starting to do a little more pop art because that seems to be what people want, you know. Want to see a rendition that I do of something else, you know, like Beavis and Butthead or whatever. And this Jimmy Neutron, that's the character from the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour when he went into Jimmy Neutron's world. Or vice versa, I guess, when Jimmy Neutron went into the other world, yeah. So it's a cartoon. So, and then you see Bart Simpson's there and Goofy and Gumball, and I just added a few things.
I could not think of Goofy. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, and Beavis down there. I just added. Then the other characters I just made up. So I'm just having fun with it this time, you know. Trying to be creative, you know. Spirals obviously my thing. I just like making spirals, especially in the black light. They're just trippy, you know.
The one with the clouds right there. Like, you can't really see the swirls until the black light's on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and behind that painting, I didn't know what else to put on there, so it's just this cool alien and his little spaceship there, you know. And then another one, he's like, hey, man, my shit's broke down. Come and get me up. Scoop me up, bro.
Felt that.
All right, so you have 2 more questions in the chat.
Cool.
One more from Crystal. Do you have any music projects before you started DJing for other people?
Yes, I definitely had a lot of projects. I kind of went through them the other day, probably a week or 2 ago, before I made her a double CD. And also Jimmy the Mailman, I made him a double CD too. They seem to be like the ultimate fans for all of us here in the Midwest. So I don't have official, you know, album releases, obviously, but I'll make you a CD if you want some of the music. So yeah, I counted, and I had like 36 albums posted on BandLab. I just post them there. I don't make them there because I don't really know how to use the BandLab to make my music, but I post them there because I know they're safe there and they're all in one spot. So yeah, there's a lot of albums. I've been making them, probably started actually produced stuff during COVID 2019 or so. That's when I really started getting into gear and making music and artwork again.
That's what's up.
Joel's a full-time job.
Right. Hey, I got a chaos, I know.
Yeah, you know all about that.
I got a gunner and a chaos. Shit.
Together.
All right, and finally, Jessica Jones wants to know, where can people get your merch?
Ooh, bonfire.com. If you go to my Facebook, DJ ZEDDIE'S Starbuck, I have it pinned at the top. It shows 5 of the artwork that I created using various art applications on my cell phone. Just the free ones or whatever. I just created all these different images and stuff and decided to put them on bonfire.com. That's where you can get t-shirts and hoodies. I could make other merchandise, but I don't want to make too much because I want to buy it all, you know. So I wanted to keep it kind of simple. So there's actually 6 images, and Crystal Wells has 1 image. My cousin Julie bought a hoodie and a shirt the other day. Shout out to Julie. That's dope.
Shout out, Julie.
That. Yep, I appreciate that. Julie. I'm always getting the love from the family for sure. They all see the creativeness in my life, and you know, growing up with the older cousins and stuff, and how creative I am. They always want to be a part of it. Me and my cousin Julie were actually going to start a band with my cousin George at one time, but that didn't happen. He passed away not too long after that. We started putting a band together. He had all these ideas and all these great lyrics and stuff, and I don't remember what she was gonna play. If she was gonna learn to play keyboards or something, I don't remember. But it was a dream, you know. It's always been music and artwork. That's always what it's been. That's been my life. And as I get older, you know, and you go through a lot of things and maybe losses and stuff in your life. You might not want to listen to all the secular music as much, and you might want to get closer to some kind of religion or something, to comfort you, more than anything. When I go through those times, I know that I can lean on my family and my friends, and that's the most important thing to do, is to have that. I had a girlfriend that actually died right after I broke up with her and moved out, and that's when my whole life changed, I was like, man, because your tongue is such a powerful weapon, and I said some really terrible things to her that I could never take back, and so I have that, but so I had my family. I went back home, moved in with my parents, and got my life back on track, and then Jenny got me out of the bedroom and into the art world, Now I'm making connections, and I really love it. It's hard to, I know as an artist it's hard to make money anyway. It's always going to be a struggle. But being on disability, it's a little bit, I guess a little bit harder because you got to claim everything that you make, They do it like that.
Do you claim your artwork?
No, we can't do that. I bet if they knew about it, I'd probably have to, They'd say.
There's like a certain threshold.
Yeah, see,
that you have to
and I
hit.
could have a job, but I could only work with like a certain amount of hours, and make a
Right.
certain amount of money,
FMLA shit,
So,
that
and
shit
I did
sucks.
that. I worked for, what was it called? I worked with my autistic nephew, Marcus, and we went to like wrestling shows and stuff together and did a lot of fun stuff together. We mostly drove around and did door dashes and stuff and taught him how to use the GPS and all that stuff, and taught him how to use the, where we're going next or where we pick up and all that stuff. So it was cool, but it was short-lived. He got bored with me. He didn't want to hang out no more, so I just went ahead and quit that, so he can go back and do his thing. But yeah.
Yeah, well, we enjoyed having you here
Yeah, appreciate
tonight,
it. I appreciate
showing all
being
your
here.
art and stuff, and
Yeah,
that was
it's
an
always for
amazing
sale.
set. I always love hearing your stuff. Puts me in
Yeah,
a
thank
trance,
you.
kind of, But yeah, I think that was audience questions. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't think so. Everything's cool. I asked all the questions I wanted to about Pittsburgh, Kansas. I think it was a dope show, and
So
really
you were talking about
wish I
family
could
getting
have been
involved
there.
in music. And
Yeah.
for me, the dopest part of that was I had family in the house that got to see all that.
That is dope. I did have one show when I was a teenager. Me and my best friend Adam at the time, we were in a little electronic type group called 9 M&Ms with an apostrophe Z. And that name came from somebody at school saying, "What size shoe do you wear?" 9 in men's. And somebody heard 9 M&Ms instead. So that became our group name. And we rode on that from like 97, 98, 99, maybe even 2000. We were 9 M&Ms making music together on keyboards and recording it on cassette tape. That's as far as we got.
What's
So
a
he-
cassette tape? Let me
Oh,
ask that
shit.
for Matt.
Cassette tapes, yeah.
I know what a cassette tape is.
Yeah, and some of that
okay?
music's gone forever because when that tape breaks, there's no replacing
That's how I
it,
fucked up the cassette player in my dad's truck.
Yeah.
There was one in there that you could connect to your phone. It was super cold one day, and I heard the whatever goes in the little holes right there. I was trying to pull it out, and I heard. And it fell all the way down the dash. I was like, oh shit. So I know what a cassette is.
Yeah.
Okay. If that is what it is, maybe I'm confused.
That was actually a 9-track, 8-track.
Fuck. I don't know.
Track, yeah. Well, yeah, when I was younger, my dad
No,
had a
that's
truck that
cassette.
still had an 8-track player in it, and I was mesmerized by that. I was like, what the heck is that? It's like this big, and it only has maybe 2-3 songs on it, something like that. I don't remember how they worked. I think there was different buttons you had to push to switch to different tracks or something. And he had a CB radio in the truck too, so we
That's
got
kinda
we got
fire.
to mess around with that a lot. I remember one year for Father's Day, I bought my dad this badass Cobra CB radio that had all kinds of effects on it, like delay and a flanger and all that stuff. And at the time, my dad and I were really big in the Insane Clown Posse, and my dad was the Wicked Clown from T-Town. That was his handle on the CB radio, with adding effects to it and stuff. And they would just, if you ever had any CB radio banter, they just talk shit back and forth, maybe make friends online. I know my dad did some CB shopping with other friends and stuff that he met over the CB radio. And you also can prank people pretty easily on there too, That was always fun.
So noise making just runs in the family.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, definitely.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. Do you have any more questions? He definitely. No.
All right, word. Well, I
Okay.
appreciate you guys being here and tuning in. and let me be on the show for this evening. It was a lot of fun. I could have done an hour, but I hope you guys enjoyed what you heard.
Yeah, thank you for being here, guys.
Absolutely.
It was DJ Zeddy, the
Thanks
number
for asking all
one
the
noise
questions.
maker ever in the existence of everything. This has been episode 7, season 7, SoundPeak After Dark.
7-7.
7-7.
Right on.
Have a good night, fuckers.
Have a good night.